Hello to my two-legged and four-legged friends. How's everyone doing today? Well, I realized that my outfit matches the food we're cooking, which is chicken livers for you and your best friend. And here are the ingredients. We have turmeric, sea salt, ground black pepper, za'atar, one of my favorite spices to use at all times, a little bit of ginger, and coconut oil. And for the human side of things, we have carrots, zucchini, coriander, and celery. So this large amount of chicken livers is actually what we're going to cook for the dogs with sea salt and black pepper, coconut oil, steamed in water. And once we have that all cooked up, we are going to make our liver pate with it for humans and our best friends. And then followed by chicken liver cookies and peanut butter cookies and all kinds of fun stuff coming up in the next few episodes. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let's get this coconut oil in the water and start cooking. For that amount, I use about 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. Melting it all down. Two tablespoons of salt. This is about 4 pounds of chicken livers. One at a time. Okay, be very careful when you're spooning this in so it doesn't overflow. Now, chicken livers are a great source of protein, and the dogs love it. Some dogs do react with it sometimes if they're not used to eating it in the beginning. Their stool might turn a little bit darker, but nothing to worry about. If they like eating it, they'll get used to it. And of course, this can also be eaten and given raw to the dogs, right? Whatever your dog loves, that's what you should do. Now, these are not organic livers for the animals. They don't need to be. And they are readily found in any supermarket. And you can also use beef livers if you want. These happen to be chicken liver. You can use duck liver, goose liver. Wonderful. You just stir it up with a wooden or plastic ladle so you don't scratch your pots. You can turn it and keep it on medium heat until it starts heating up completely, and then once you start seeing it steam and boiling, you turn it down to low heat, cover it, and let it cook for about 15-20 minutes. Someone's hungry. So our next step, while the other one is heating up and starting to boil, we are going to start with the human version of our chicken livers, which is a little bit less water, same coconut oil, all of our vegetables, and our spices. So just turn your stove up to high and get that coconut oil nice and liquefied. And again, you can use anything you'd like. If you want to use butter, you can, or any other oil. I prefer coconut oil only because I just love that nutty taste that it offers. Now it's melted, we turn it down a little bit so it doesn't burn your arm. And you just simply add the liver. And in fact, I'm going to add the vegetables at the same time as well because they all take about the same amount of time to cook. The coriander we'll add a little bit later since it's a very fast cooking herb. Our turmeric. Now we're going to see, once I stir it up, if we actually need to add any extra liquid to this. Za'atar is the Middle Eastern spice I always use, which is the sumac, sesame seeds, oregano, and thyme. And a black pepper. And a little bit of ginger. And again, you know, you can add anything any flavor you'd like to it. This is totally organically up to you. This is what I like to do. You can follow my suit or totally make it your own recipe. Okay, so this is coming along nicely. It's almost warm enough to turn it down and cover it up. And this is looking fantastic. Now I want to make mention, typically we think about liver and we think cook it with onions. Because I'm so used to cooking for both myself and my dogs, I tend not to cook with the onions and garlic. And I've gotten into the habit of cooking the onions and the garlic with coconut oil and sea salt and pepper separately. So you can actually add it to the dish afterwards, which I will be showing you. And it actually tastes way better when you add the mixture to it instead of cooking it right in. Somehow it loses the taste. But when you keep it separate and then add it, it's absolutely delicious and much more potent that way. Okay, so I'm going to cover this up now as well. And you have to stir it up every maybe 5 minutes. All right. Delicious. You could actually add some red wine to this as well if you'd like. So this takes about 15 minutes to cook. They're still a little bit bloody. Again, depends how you like eating them, but that's your choice. I'm going to cook them just a little bit more, just to make sure all the veggies are nice and cooked as well. They need about 5 more minutes. Oh, fantastic. Now, of course, the less they're cooked, the chewier they are. So just to make sure that smaller dogs can eat them thoroughly without swallowing them and actually maybe chewing it, I'm going to cook it just a little bit more. Okay, now it's time to add the coriander. Perfect timing, and the liver is definitely ready at this point. This I will serve on a bed of organic greens. So you have nice protein with vegetables, super healthy, super light for the body. It'll digest really quick, and it will be delicious. Now the good news is that because I didn't add the onions and garlic beforehand, if there's anything left over, you can still feed the dogs, right? So it's perfect. Okay, I think it's ready. And the doggies are hungry. We have a dog party today, by the way. Exciting stuff. Fantastic. Dogs first. I am now ready to plate for the puppies. I have 3 best friends with me today, and they're very excited to eat. So what I like to do though is, because they're larger chunks and they're smaller dogs, 2 of them are anyway, you just take a pair of scissors and cut them down. I do that with any of the meats that I make for the pups. Because you know they love to swallow and not chew, so we just help them along here. Now you can add vegetables to the dog's liver or any meat. You can even feed it the recipe that we made for ourselves, minus the onions and garlic, if your dog will eat it. So it's a trial and error that you're going to go through with your animal and see what it likes and what it doesn't, and you just, you know, adjust your recipes to fit their likes and dislikes. No different than children. Now you could, if you had time, just let this sit on the side and let it cool down on its own. But I have 3 very hungry puppies waiting for lunch, and I'm going to actually put this in the fridge and help it along for cooling. And of course, if they're very energetic, which they should be when you're feeding them this well, they will definitely intake the meat. The body will use it up quickly, and it will definitely turn into muscle, which is fantastic, which is what we all want. Strength. It's time to plate up for us now. Okay, so it's time to plate and almost ready to eat. As mentioned, I'm going to eat it on top of my organic greens. I put a little bit of salt and a little bit of olive oil on top of the green itself. And our fantastic chicken liver dish. Oh, this is really, really great. It smells fantastic. It's just a fantastic day all around. Now, the sauce I was talking about, which was also pre-made, is the onions and garlic. And again, it's very simple. You fry up your onions and garlic in any of the oils or butter that you'd like, and you serve on the side or on top of whatever your preference is. I already know that I'm going to love it, so I'm going to put it right on top, a nice dollop right there. And presto, ready to eat. It's a dog party! If you like what you saw and learned today, please subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more. Bon appétit! Good babies. Everybody's happy. Mm. Mm. Oh, my babies. Oh, my babies. This truly is delicious and healthy. Good to the last lick, huh? Right there. Get right in there, baby girl. Oh, good girl, Mimi. You too? Here. Where's the big kiss for mummies? Oh, did that big kiss? Oh, did that big kiss? What about you, Belina? Yay! Very nice, very nice. Winning recipe. Oh, fantastic, good girl.